Sometimes bands can break up. Sometimes it just doesn't feel right. There can be various things that's wrong with a band, which we will tell you about in this video.
We were in a band, we might have told a few of you about it, we did a video about it a while ago, and yeah, our band Shining State, as it's now called, it's broken up.
As it's now called.
As we changed it.
As it was called.
Okay. I'm happy. There's a few reasons why our band broke up. The main one, I think, was just the fact that there was a lot of members within the band that weren't motivated, which is obviously, that's the reason to break up, I guess. Ding, 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 ding. There were just some people who didn't feel motivated to do it anymore.
A few of the members of the band just weren't happy with the kind of music we were doing. We'd been playing pop punk for going on 4 or 5 years, and it just got boring. It was just too samey, and we wanted to do something different. Some of us may be doing that. We're all writing music individually and doing our own thing, which is really good. The reason why I didn't want to do it anymore was because I'd undergone some pretty drastic changes in my personal life, and I didn't feel connected to the music as I was a year ago, and I feel like I'd matured beyond the points and the lessons that these pop punk songs were giving, so they didn't resonate with me anymore, and I just didn't feel it was me anymore.
I really was the only one who kind of wanted to keep the band going, kind of thing. I was the only one that was motivated and that kind of stuff. But I suppose I came to the realisation of that doesn't mean anything though. Like, I still want to do it, but I'm with 3 other people that don't. If no one's motivated and that and that and that, yeah, fair enough. That's a good idea to not be in the band anymore.
There's always going to be other little niggly reasons why bands break up, and a lot of them had nothing to do with why our band broke up. A lot of instances when bands break up, it's not to do with personal feelings or the genre that you're playing or the people that you're with or anything like that. It comes down to like availability, your time, your money, and if you're living quite far apart, that can be a big deal too. Like, a lot of people, especially our age, have a lot of other commitments like work, going to college or university.
How do you say genre? Because I'm
genre.
Sure you said genre.
Genre.
Why do I say genre?
Because you're posh.
Well, that's settled that.
The relationships and personal dynamics that people within the band can have can really affect the outcome or the final product that the band is making. Like, if you're not getting on, then your heart's not gonna be fully in it, and you're not gonna put your all into it, and it's just not gonna be as good. If there's 2 members that blatantly don't like each other and argue all the time, us in Y11, it's just not gonna be that good, and that's a reason to say no, we're not doing this anymore.
This is probably a good point as well to say that previously we had other members within the band, and that was the we previously started out as a 5-piece, went to a 4-piece, went to a 3-piece, went back up to a 4-piece, and then it's now. But yeah, that was something that had affected us before, and it ended up resulting in the final decision of that was to get rid of the one member that was maybe causing the problems, rather than actually split up as a band. So that's sometimes a good outcome as well. I suppose the thing that you could take away from this video would be our advice on how to actually break up, or how to start the conversation with your band addressing the problems. And I think that is the first step. Don't go into your band and say, this is crap, I'm leaving. Do more of, go to whoever it is in your band that maybe is the problem, or go to the band in general. If you've got a Facebook conversation that's got everyone in it so everyone can see it, maybe do it there and just kind of address problems that you have. Don't come up with the end result, don't come up with a decision that you want the band to do. Just kind of say, hey guys, I've got a few problems, these are it, and maybe then they might say, yeah, I've noticed that too, or no, I disagree because of this, and then maybe you can either come to a decision to sort it out, or to a decision to break up if that's what's best.
The main thing that I would say to bands who maybe have disagreements between yourselves is just to be honest. You don't want to be making up excuses about why you don't want to be in the band anymore, and you don't want to be telling yourself that it's gonna work when you move away to uni when it's really not. But that's just up to you. That's how you're gonna. That's if you're willing to be honest with yourself and your band members so you can all move forward as people.
And there's a very high chance that if you are honest, then it's all going to work out alright anyway, because if you're all honest, then the problems can get sorted. If you're not honest, they don't know that you have a problem, so it's not going to get sorted. That's when tension starts to build, that's when it turns sour.
you've also, when you're discussing possible breakups or anything like that, you've got to be considerate to other people's opinions. You can't just be like, oh no.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh shit, we're kicking you out. You can't just be like that. You've got to understand why people might not want to do it, and you can't hate people for leaving the band or wanting to quit or wanting to kick someone out unless it is for a really immature reason.
And in which case, maybe be honest and point out the fact that I think your decision to do that would be immature.
And always try and be nice about it. If you've agreed to break up, then there's no need to bring up old arguments and have a go at each other over things that frankly don't matter anymore if you're going to break up anyway. The best thing to do is just say, it's been good, we've had some good times, but it's time to say, we're done.
Yeah, I accept that you're probably going to be a little bit maybe emotional about it. If someone's saying, I think we should break up, take it upon yourself to acknowledge that you are going to feel a bit like that and try and restrain yourself from expressing a large amount of anger or disgust or anything like that.
Yeah. Don't break up with your boyfriend of 1 year over a text on Boxing Day and telling him that you're moving to Canada and never coming back. I will find you one day.
That's right.